Thank you for joining us for Turn the Page with Paige, brought to you by Southwestern Illinois College. I'm your host, Paige Holsey. Children's picture books really are a powerful tool to pass down stories, values, and positive imagery from one generation to the next. And one local author and mom is on a mission to do just that in a way that ensures her daughter and others feel loved, seen, and empowered. Little Bogan Books was founded by Amber Bogan, a native of East St. Louis. Her publishing company has grown to include several titles, all of them though sharing a theme, celebrating Black joy. We're so excited to have Amber joining us in studio today. I feel like we have so much to talk about,
absolutely.
Amber. You brought just a couple of your books. You have a fantastic lineup.
Thank you.
Thanks again for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
So before we talk about each of these books specifically, take me back to the beginning of your publishing company and when you said, I need to make these books.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite questions, actually, because it's such an emotional thing for me. When I was becoming a mom, so my daughter Emery was actually the inspiration behind my journey as a children's book author. My husband and I wanted to build her a beautiful bookshelf full of books that made her feel loved, seen, and empowered, as you mentioned. And eventually we felt like we hit a little bit of a brick wall. And so through a little bit of research on Google University and YouTube University, as I like to call it, I decided to become a part of the solution.
You didn't feel like she would see herself in enough of the books that were already on the market.
Absolutely. We've come a long way in nearly 10 years since we were first, becoming new parents. But we still have so much further to go. And me being a part of the solution, it's just something that I'm so passionate about, and it's something that really hits home for me.
I read a quote from you. You said, Black children deserve to see themselves positively reflected in the books they read. Not only do they deserve to see themselves within the book, but also as the storyteller.
Absolutely.
And that was really powerful for me to read and me to think of you as an author. And I know you do a lot of school events where you walk into the classroom, and I'm imagining the look on some of the little girls' faces when they say, hey, she looks like me.
Yes, absolutely. That's one of my favorite compliments. Number one, hey, that's me on the cover of that book. But then like you mentioned, she looks like me. If she can do this, I can do this. So I think it just opens up a world of possibility for the students when they can see themselves reflected in the book, in the pictures, their everyday lives, in both the extraordinary and the ordinary moments, but then also as the storyteller. So they not only get to be empowered by the illustrations within the book, but then also the storyteller.
Let's talk about a few of the books that you brought today. You have 7 books in your line now, right? Let's dive in first to this one, My Beads and Me. Why did you want to write that story?
Oh, My Beads and Me is definitely a crowd favorite, one of my favorites as well. It was inspired again by my daughter. Beads is such a important cultural rite of passage, if you will. So many Black and brown little girls will find themselves with beads in their hair at some point. And so my daughter was an avid wearer of beads. Now that she's getting a little older, I have to coerce her a little bit into allowing me to put the beads in her hair. But it was something that just brought her so much joy, and it was nostalgic for me, right? So I remember having beads in my hair as a little girl. And so it's something that is affirming and such a personal thing for parents and mothers, particularly when they get to do that for their daughters for the first time, something that they can share as a bonding moment. And so My Beads and Me is a story that really just highlights our main character, Maya, and all of the things that her magical beads allow her to do and be in the world.
Another book that you brought today is My Day with Mama, and I was looking through it. Even though this book was about a mom and her daughter, it reminded me of some of the fun things that I do with my boys too.
Absolutely. My Day with Mama is all about quality time and a celebration of the mother-daughter bond. Both of those books were actually illustrated by my illustrator, Carla Bivens, who I love to work with.
Another one, and this is your most recent, right? Hello Preschool?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yes, Hello Preschool is a celebration for all of our little pre-K scholars as they start to embark on their academic journey. Preschool is such a magical time full of, new friendships and newfound independence. And so this is a celebration of exactly that. A little boy and his family prepare for his first day of preschool as he embarks on that new journey. And it's a perfect read, a perfect timely read with the beginning of school just happening.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about your illustrator and the conversations that you had when you were talking through how she would bring your vision to life.
Yes, oh, the illustration process is an interesting one, but definitely one of my favorite pieces because, as you mentioned, it's really an opportunity to bring the vision to life. I don't know about you, but I am very much a Pinterest girly. So I love Pinterest and I love all things vision board. And so I lean towards that when I'm working with my illustrators. So I'm putting together the vision. I know, which words I want to go on each page and really the imagery that I want to portray. And so picking the right illustrator is really a really important part to bringing the overall vision to life. And so we talk about things such as skin tone, hair texture, the other supporting characters in the book, the movement of the body language and things of the characters. All of those things that we don't necessarily think about once the book is done, but they are very important steps to bringing the vision to life.
And I think the fact that you and your illustrator are able to have those conversations, for parents who are watching this and who are thinking about buying these books, they know that you were so intentional
Absolutely.
about this and so thoughtful in this process.
Yes, intentional is the perfect word to describe that process. And as I mentioned before, really the selection process, I've gone through several iterations over and over with different illustrators because depending on, like I said, the vision for the book, you really want to make sure that you have the right illustrator that can portray that. So some illustrators are more whimsical and some are more, have a more realistic thing. And you want to make sure that you leverage their expertise because they really are artists, and bringing my expertise together with their expertise really does make the book shine.
Well, Little Bogan Books, that's the name of Amber's publishing company. That name, though, also pays homage to her little Bogans, her little children. What did they think about Mom's books?
Oh, they love Mom's books. They are convinced that every character is them, which I love. It really is a testament to, the journey that I'm on and the mark that I want to make in the world. I always say, a children's book alone won't change the world, but the children who read them will. And that includes my little Bogans, who were the inspiration behind it all.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to look at it. So what's next for you? I know that you're not going to stop here.
Oh no, we are truly just getting started. And so, over the years I've learned so much about the industry and how to bring a book from, in my head to bring it to fruition, to be shared with little readers all around the world. And so, next step in Little Bogan Books' journey is to start to look at getting some of our books translated into different languages. So that will help us to broaden our horizon and share our books with more students, more little readers, and have them, give them the opportunity to enjoy all of our stories.
That's fantastic. As, of course, you create a lot, I'm sure you read a lot as well, especially as a mom with two young ones. So is there another children's book from another author that catches you, that you want to share and recommend?
Yes. So my daughter Emery, she loves to read, and right now she is really into graphic novels. And so her favorite graphic novel right now is Curl Friends, New in Town by Cherie Miller. She loves it, and so anytime I catch her reading, I fall in love with that book as well.
Great recommendation. Well, Amber, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on your wonderful line of books, and we look forward to seeing a lot more from you.
Absolutely.
I know it's going to happen.
Can't wait to share.
Thank you as well at home for joining us today for Turn the Page with Paige. We hope to see you again back here soon.